Hello and welcome aboard Trans World Airlines. I'm Captain Greg Pachapsky. Looking back on the history of TWA's first transatlantic flight, I am reminded of the pioneering spirit that started this airline 75 years ago. We were the Limburg line, offering the first coast-to-coast service in the United States and then launching service to post-war Europe on the most magnificent aircraft of its time, the Lockheed Constellation.
The Spirit of St. Louis weighed 5,200 pounds, had 200 horsepower, cost $13,000. Our modern Constellation weighs 54 tons, has 10,000 horsepower and 4 engines, cost over $1 million. These two planes reflect 25 years' progress in aviation, a progress that today makes the Atlantic a pond, the overseas run a milk run. Listen.
Howard Hughes and former TWA President Jack Fry gave the world its first glimpse of the Connie on April 17, 1944. The pair set out from Burbank on a cross-country trip to Washington, D.C. in a Constellation prototype. It was a record-setting trip that took just 6 hours and 58 minutes. Almost 2 years later, on February 5, 1946, TWA began transatlantic service with the Lockheed Constellation, flying the New York, Gander, Shannon, Paris route. TWA pioneered modern service to Europe and the Middle East in the 1940s and 50s with the Constellation. The comfort and exceptional service on those early flights set a high standard for all future transatlantic service.
Right. And bravo to your chefs for the canapes, fruit cocktail, consomme, Duchess potatoes, asparagus, salad, cake, and coffee. And the free champagne.
We're 4 hours out of New York now, passing over Gander. And in a few minutes, it's out over the ocean for the 2,000-mile crossing.
Sorry, I'll have to check out. This is a sleeper sit-up, and for a little extra, I bought a berth. For the next 8 hours, I'll be asleep at 19,000 feet. Good night.
The Lockheed Constellation was a mainstay in TWA's fleet for the next 20 years. The last Connie was retired from service on April 6, 1967. With that, TWA was the first U.S. airline to go to an all-jet fleet. Although the jet has taken the place of the Constellation, and a transatlantic flight is now a skip across the pond, the pioneering spirit and the glamour of aviation during that era will live on forever. From all of us at Trans World Airlines, thank you for flying TWA.